Welcome everyone to your prenatal wellness chat tonight. My name's Hannah Day. I'm a founder of BirthPrep Yoga, which is a course that will prepare you for birth with education and prenatal yoga for the movement to get you strong, get you breathing properly, and you'll take those tools right into the delivery room. I've been teaching 10 years and I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. And here is Tara.
Hi, Hannah. Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for having this chat. Yeah, my name is Tara. I'm a mom of five, my youngest being just about 3 months old. My oldest is almost eight. And I have a wellness center in Chilliwack, BC, and something that we are doing is creating a pregnancy bundle. And I will talk more about that later. I'll probably have a little blurb at the end of this video, maybe add it on later. But something that I really wanted to do is I discovered Hannah and her birth prep yoga, and I really wanted to learn more about it, and I wanted more women to know more about it. So we have come together here to share what Hannah does and all the amazing benefits it is for pregnant women, and I'm assuming even postpartum women, because it can only be super helpful. And with that, yeah, Hannah, thanks for introducing yourself. And can you tell us a little more on how you became like a yoga teacher and how you specifically got into this teaching specifically for pregnant women?
So I was living in a busy city, Toronto, Ontario. I lived and worked downtown, and I just realized I was in this high pace environment and I needed something to balance me. In 2011, I did my yoga training. In 2012, I started to teach. So that's a long time ago. That's over 10 years ago. And then I started to get pregnant women coming to my yoga classes. So regular hatha yoga, and there would be a pregnant woman in the room. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, can she do a cobra and lay on her stomach in first trimester? I do not know. So then I did a training so I could figure out what's safe in pregnancy, what's the most beneficial poses, what's going to help them with back pain and sleep and restless legs and circulation in the wrists and ankles and all the things that come up. And also in pregnancy, we get so much more blood circulating. So you've got blood pumping, like a big jug of milk. Just think of that full and it's circulating in your body. So yoga really helps getting all those nutrients all circulating, especially if you're sitting at a desk all day. Baby's just like, wow, thank you for that amazing energy boost, mom, for movement. So when women do yoga, they just have better nutrients going to their baby throughout pregnancy. So I learned all that, and then I did a second training. I did trainings with midwives, and they'd come in and they talk about different births and what was helpful. And I had a breathing coach come in, and it was breath work workshops. One famous breath work coach coming from Holland, and then they taught us a technique when I was in Toronto and one in Vancouver. So just all this stuff that I would love to learn, and then I pulled it all into prenatal yoga. I even asked them and I said, I know you teach this breathing technique to help people with stress in work and office environments, but can I teach it to prenatal yoga like in a course? And they would say, absolutely, you can use this. So I would adapt them into the course, and moms have found it super helpful. So it's basically 10 years gathering information from midwives, doulas, from teaching, from thousands of pregnant women. I taught them for their first, second, third, sometimes fourth babies. And I'd ask them what helped, what didn't help, what was useful, what was the hardest part of your labor, what got you through it. So it was a lot of me actually learning from students. And even during when I went online in 2021, I had students all over Canada, from British Columbia to Prince Edward Island to the Yukon, lots in Ontario. I even had students in the United States, Australia, like everywhere. It was just so cool to see that during this time of growing babies and having babies, we're all like, we have this thread of connection of women, and we just want the best possible birth and the best possible start for our little babies, right? We know when our baby has this, they come out and they're happy, they're alert, they're blinking, looking around, like and you've stayed calm the whole time, it's a completely different beginning than one that felt scary and traumatic, and and that's what I don't want women to have. Because I've talked to women who've had that, and then they come do the birth prep yoga course, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, my mind's blown. This course is everything." So yeah, and I did a lot of midwife interviews. I love midwives and doctors. I talked to OBs that would come into the course, and they'd tell me about how many births they've done or C-sections they've assisted. So I'm like I'm just like an information gatherer and noticing what works and what doesn't and what's efficient. Moms are efficient. We have to be. So if this isn't useful, it's out, right? In our house. Like if it's not, it's out. So I put together this course. It's 6 classes, and they're short, they're sweet. They have nice, pretty pictures and slides. And it's like a slide behind me with a little picture video of me talking. And then I would give you a chance to practice it. So that's really how I came about.
Wow. Like having that access to all those professionals, like that's like so amazing that you have that all that information coming into you. I think it's amazing how many professionals are even like willing to have that conversation, which is um I'm in my experience I've usually find that some professionals like don't really want to, but I'm like the more yeah, I mean I think there's more people out there who are willing to share. So that's really awesome. With your experience, like yeah, you've been doing it since 2021. What would you say your ratio is of like first time moms versus multiple baby moms?
Yes. So I actually have women, once you have one baby, you'll see baby number 2, or if you have a third, it's like you have no time to prepare because you have 2 little ones running around. So I love getting the moms the first time going through because they're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and they have no idea what's coming. And I want to give them the best possible chance to have the best possible birth experience, because once she learns those tools, guaranteed she'll use them the second time because they worked. That's what I want. But unfortunately, I meet a lot of women their second time because they don't want that first experience. I had one mom, she was in Northern Ontario, NICU nurse, really had this idea of the perfect birth she wanted, and it wasn't that. Her daughter was an emergency C-section, and then I think she was 2.5 years old, her baby, and she was pregnant again. And she said, I looked everywhere for any course that I could do that would prepare me for vaginal delivery. I am just really wanting this so badly. And I said, well, it's not guaranteed, but I will do everything I can to help you have that experience. So she was like doing the course, because you only have to do the 6 classes with the 6 prenatal yoga videos. That's it. You'll be ready after that. But she would just repeat it. And I think because she repeated it so much, the courses and the lessons were in her subconscious brain. And then she wrote me an email and said, I am overdue. I'm 40 weeks, blah, blah, and they want to induce me. And I'm so scared I'm going to get another C-section. And I was like, oh, I feel for you. It might happen. You have the breathing tools now, to have a better C-section experience. But she's like, can you film me a yoga video to do in labor? So what I did was I went and I filmed myself pretending I'm in labor for her. And it's me like 20 minutes rolling on a yoga ball, like a birthing ball. And I did all the positions. I'm moaning, I'm breathing, pretending I'm like, and this class actually helps women get in labor and helps them in labor. So she said she did this class. She was begging her doctor. She's like, please don't do the oxytocin. Let me do my yoga class. So she did it 3 times in a row. Labor started naturally. She had her baby and had the vaginal delivery. Does it always happen? No, it did this time. And so it was so good that I uploaded that. So sometimes I like the class so much, and moms told me that it works so well that I've uploaded it to the class, and I can show you what it looks like. So where is it? here's the course. And moms log in, and it has, it's a roadmap basically. And you have the 6 modules. So I started with the pelvic floor because no one knows anything about the pelvic floor. No, we don't. We just don't learn about it. We don't learn about the 3 holes, how they work together, the sphincters, how you avoid tearing. Women just don't learn about it because most women tear. 95% of women tear when they give birth. So this is why I included this. I'm like, women need to know about the pelvic floor. Quick lesson, prenatal yoga. Then number 2 is positive birth affirmation. So talking about your subconscious brain and what birth stories you have. Like what do you think about when you think about birth? Do you think about a scary story of your great aunt or a movie you watched? And how can we re-record those stories and experiences? I even did, this is a safe, happy place video. It's a short meditation, 3 minutes. And I get women to find a safe, happy place that they remember from your life, that you can go there when you're in the hospital room or C-section, and you can find that. So that's all about subconscious brain, and then really finding your own positive affirmation. And every baby has their own word. So that's a cool lesson because you'll be like, oh yeah, this baby has this word. Like my word this pregnancy is safe, or my word is power, or my word is calm, or this baby's word is peace. So then we find your word, and then we find the affirmation. Like, I am calm. My baby is calm. Make it simple, and that's what you repeat. So when
Question.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm seeing, like, for example, here you have module 2, you have lesson, and then at the bottom you have the prenatal yoga. So what is the difference between the top one and the bottom one?
That's a good question. Okay, so the lesson is just talking about the affirmations. So see, it's short, 13 minutes. And you'll see me talking about it. You see how there's a screen and there's me up in the corner, and I talk about magic and mantras, about staying present, steps to find your affirmations. So it's talking, giving you examples and walking you through a dreamy birth space. So it's you see how small I am in the corner? It's mostly it's a video, it's short, it's telling you how to do it, and then you practice it. So the yoga's longer. So it'll be you learn the lesson and then you do a 46-minute class, and this is a yoga class practicing it. So this helps you dive into creating a word, a positive birth word, and your affirmation. So this mantra was, I feel relaxed, I feel calm, I feel love, I feel trust. So I found the best combination for our brains as women is information and then moving our bodies. It just stays. A lot of people have told me, oh yeah, me and my husband, we did a course at the hospital. It was an all-day thing and we were exhausted by the end, and we were flopping on the couch. Why? Because you're pregnant, you're growing a baby in your body, and you're sitting there trying to pay attention for how long? 6 to 8 hours, exhausting. This is not only just short information, but it's useful, and then you move your body. So useful movement, you remember it, and guess what? You get energy because you moved your body, you feel stronger, you sleep better that night. So it's that combination that I found is what works for women. Number 3 was a really cool one about positioning of baby in the pelvis. I was really surprised with this course, this lesson, because not a lot of women know about back labor and how a baby's sitting. What is back labor and how do you avoid it? We might know about it because it's we've heard it's longer and painful, more painful, but what is it? So I talk about OP positions. So you can see how the baby's positioned, the occiput, and then OA positions is what we want our babies in, like this, occiput anterior. So this is information that midwives shared with me, and I credit them in the course. Under each module, I have a download. So if you see it there, you have the lesson with a download. Some people learn better reading, and then it says the midwife that helped me with this information. But if you've ever met midwives, they're very busy. they don't have time all the time to like pop on. So, so if you like, I just get the gold nuggets from them and share it with you. And then we practice yoga poses that will help get your baby in a better position. So I talk about them, and then I have moms that I photographed, my students, like who have been, these are all of them are like so many babies now. I love it. And planned C-section too, pain management. This is all from, like, epidurals don't necessarily help with back labor, but they can help relax the pelvic floor and get babies, help the babies turn. So just information, little nuggets all the way through. This one is especially good because it's from a midwife. And then that one I think is a longer lesson. Most are only like, oh no, that's 10 minutes. So 10 minutes is like golden nuggets. And then you practice the yoga. So then it's me, here, me, here. And I'm like, oh, showing you all 4 positions. Great. All of it's very, for all trimesters. And it just feels so good. Can you imagine like those hip circles right now, supporting your knees with like a nice comfy blanket. I always guide you to relax the head and jaw, which a lot of women in pregnancy don't. And you can see like we're always like honoring your baby's space. Like there's no, like you're doing powerful poses. Inhale, exhale, pushing out. So you see how the energy is always like building, because a birth is really like wave-like. It builds up a wave, and it's really a hard part of your contraction. Then the contraction ends and you ride down the other side. So my class are very like ocean flow, which fits with Tara's space with that. So you can see it's like not like it's the perfect length, really. It's like an hour on your Saturday.
I think
And
it makes so much, even like just to have this information, like yoga aside, to actually practice the movement and stuff, but just having the knowledge in and of itself. I went in, like my baby's not even 3 months old. Like labor is still very fresh in my mind right now. But even just being aware of like, okay, like when this type of contraction is coming, this is what's happening. Okay, that means that I have to breathe like this. Like just having that knowledge made things go so much smoother. Like I've always been one to suck on the gas, like just I don't take that thing away from me the whole labor. But this time around, I think I maybe puffed it like twice, and that was like right when baby was crowning kind of thing. Like this, just having that knowledge and being able to understand what your body's doing goes a long way.
yes, I call that crowning stage the holy face. Yeah, that's when you need it. So breathing techniques for labor and delivery, this is honestly the best lesson out of all of them. You will learn, if you learn how to breathe in labor and delivery, you and throughout pregnancy, we'll practice a bit of breathing in the meditation shortly, and you're just going to feel so calm. And that's the power of the breath. And then a yoga class for that. Class 5, I actually prepared this pregnancy and posture with a chiropractor, and her only practice is pregnant women. So we talked all about, I worked with her so I've had 2 children myself. So I worked with her throughout my pregnancies, and she only takes care of pregnant women and their babies. So she does those cute adjustments with little babies. My daughter, when she was inside me, she kind of had her neck like this. And so I just the chiropractor adjusted her gently, but it was me just basically putting her on one side of the bed. So she had to just practice looking one way, and then I put her on the other side and she practiced looking that way, because they're always wanting to see where you are, right? Where's mom? Where's my food life support? So she was great. So this is pregnancy and posture, spinal health, because we always get back pain in pregnancy the further along we get, right? So it's what's going on with your spine and what you can do about it. And then this is the last one, mindfulness and meditation. So we're going to do a meditation tonight. The cool thing about meditation is that they actually find meditating will increase your lifespan. It's been proven. People who meditate live longer, they have less stress, and they also have a higher pain tolerance, people that meditate. And I was like, where do we have to have a high pain tolerance in our lives? Pregnancy and delivery. So this is perfect. Also, postpartum. Think about those first nursing sessions when they're chomping on your nipple and you're like, oh my gosh,
That hurts more than labor sometimes, I tell you.
right? I know. And like I forgot it when I had my second. And thank God I also included in the course a breastfeeding coach. Let me show it to you. Okay, so lesson, a 5-minute ancestral meditation. I love this one so much because it just reminds you you're not alone. You're not alone in the labor. And this was really important during COVID because women were alone. They didn't have their doulas, they didn't have their partners, their husbands, their wives, whoever. They didn't have people with them. And so getting, even if you do have now and everything is lifted and you can have all you want in the labor and delivery room again, this one was great because I would get you to picture your mom behind you and then your mom's mom and then moms down, like the river of women that you don't even know their pictures, their DNA is in you, right? And their strength because they have birthed before you. They are your ancestors. So that would be one river of line of women on one side and one line on the other side. And it was such a powerful meditation that all my students who were like all over the place, they would be tears rolling down their faces. Like I could see while I was walking through, and it's short. And they would all feel so powerful after. They'd be like, oh, Hannah, I feel so good now. I feel like I can do anything. I'm like, yes. So that's why I included that one. And then ocean themed was always their favorite. I get you picturing yourself like on like this beautiful beach and then the waves are coming and crashing on you and women love it. So I included it in the course. And then these are the 7. I had to include these because yes, you only have to do 6 classes and 6 yoga classes to go with that class theme. But these are just ones that moms have voted over the years and told me you should include that in your online course. So this is just like 45-minute class to do before bed. Like you can do this every night before bed. This is the one I was telling you about that to do in labor. This is the one I recorded for this mom in Ontario that has helped so many women since her. This is, I think in 2022, I did this class. And you see me like rocking. It's short, it's 20 minutes. I'm rocking on a birthing ball like in labor. And like, I think I get it sitting later. This really helps in labor, by the way, if you can rock like that on your bed. Where am I? I was sitting on, oh yeah, in the beginning. So you can do this when you're in the labor and delivery room. I did this for hours when I was pregnant with my second. Her labor was so quick and easy. But anyways, we did that. And then here's the other last one, spinal alignment, power breath, prenatal yoga for strength. I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm calm like the ocean. And then a morning wake up class. So it's 15 classes in total. And then this is the guest speaker. So it might seem like a giant course. You don't have to do this all. This is just because I love knowledge. There's 3 pelvic floor physios. This one's talking about the perineum. This one's talking about pelvic pain, lightning crotch. And then this one talks about how to avoid tearing. So it's short, again, only 10 minutes. You can listen to this on your phone while you're doing, prepping your whatever. So yeah, and then hypnobirthing, positions of baby. This is with a midwife. She helped me do this when she was pregnant. She was, I don't know if you can see her belly, but she just won best midwife in our town, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Look at her belly. Can you see her? Talking about how a baby is. She's 31 weeks pregnant with her second there. But she was so shy with the camera, but I thought she did fantastic and she's amazing. So yeah, and this is also from a midwife. She's done hundreds of C-section deliveries. I didn't know midwives could do C-section deliveries and assist. They assist. So chiropractor, she's a doula and birth coach. She has huge, very successful podcast. This one, she has a cookbook. She's called the food doula. She's a great, so she talks about, this is like, I love stuff about food. Like, just tell me what I need to eat during pregnancy, what I need to eat for, why can't I click on it? Oh, here, my computer's just slow. So Lindsay Taylor, if you look her up, like she like what to pack in your hospital bag, and she has like all this stuff about labor, like foods that induce labor, what to do during labor. Like I just find this raspberry leaf tea, like what you're having, you know, I just anything tell me what to eat, and I just love it. Postpartum too, right? Freezer and batch friendly food you can enjoy for days kind of thing. So you can see the students I had. Like I had only 4 in the shop, but it was packed. Yeah, and then breastfeeding. So I tried to like make it that it's most useful.
Yeah,
Do you
that
have
was my
to watch
question
this?
to kind of see, like for example, I'm in postpartum. I can see Sally here. She's got what looks like a very fresh little baby there. Congratulations, Sally. How do you find that your videos work with women in their postpartum?
So I've had women tell me they love these classes for um, to get their strength back. So they've done the prenatal yoga classes. I've had women who told me they've had a bad breastfeeding start and they've rewatched the breastfeeding video, but mostly it's just to return to exercise. So like when you're ready to get working out again, you can do the classes. And I do have a course for just mom and baby yoga because I have taught throughout the pandemic. I taught moms from all over with adorable 6-week babies to like 7 months, like moving and kicking and doing all the things. I've had even like older siblings, like a mom with a 2-month old and then a 2-year or 3-year old, like doing the wheels on the bus while we do circles on our hips and sing to baby and blow baby kisses, and the toddlers doing it with their doll or their stuffy. So I did add that as a different course. If anyone's interested, please let me know. I can give you a code to do the mom and baby yoga because it's super fun. But this course is specifically for just a mom through pregnancy. But I've had women tell me they've signed on again just to get back into shape and do the yoga classes because the yoga classes are so good. But I'm always saying like hand on belly, connect with your baby, reconnect with the body because we live from our neck up. We just live in our brains. And yoga reminds us to drop into the body. So with that, do you have any questions with me, or do you want to get right into our meditation? Do
Oh,
you have
I'd
any
love to
more
get a
questions?
taste of it.
Yeah.